let's say we're given the equation negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 4. Okay, we want to write this in slope-intercept form. Close. Y equals.
This is just what we already learned.
Yes, we did this yesterday, but this is kind of a big part of what we're doing, so I want to make sure we have this down. And it's just a good refresh from yesterday. Right, so basically we're getting y by itself, right? Yeah. So what are we going to do first?
Move it over.
Move what over?
The 2y.
No.
The 4. What?
No, we want y by itself.
Oh, yeah, y.
So move the 3x over.
Oh, I just completely rewrote it. Ooh, what do I... Is that bad? I just wrote it as 2y equals negative 3x minus 4.
It's not negative 3x. Oh.
Positive 3x now.
Yep.
I thought I could just rearrange it without any...
You cannot, unfortunately.
So the whole point is just to get, like...
Get y, yes, we want it to be y equals something x plus something. Okay. And then we're going to divide everything by 2. Okay, do not forget to divide everything. That is a crucial part. Okay, so this is that equation written in sloped-intercept form. All right, so how do we graph it? Okay, so what's the intercept part of our slope-intercept equation?
It's
the negative 2, and where it intercepts the y-axis. Good job. So we're going to go down 2 for the y and put a dot.
And then don't we have to, like, go up and left?
Up and right, because it's positive. Not 1 necessarily. We use whatever the slope tells us. Okay? So our slope is... Huh? You're fine.
So we would go up 3 and right 2?
Yes, from the point we just put.
Yeah.
Good job, Joanna. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So here. Okay, I feel like that's enough to draw our line. Okay.
Can't we do also, or does...
You can also go down and left. Okay, but it doesn't matter. I feel like my graph is large enough that I have enough to draw me a good thing.
Is there any point where they're going to want us to do both?
If it tells you specifically how many points to draw, especially if they're really close together, like if it's like 1, like do a couple just so you have enough guidance to draw a nice straight line. Yeah. So as long as it's neat and I can see what you did, we're good. Okay. But yeah, please do not, I don't think we had this conversation yesterday. Please draw me nice, neat, not huge graphs, but big enough that we can see what's happening. I don't want this. Like, I don't want that. I can't read that. I can see that. That's perfect. Beautiful. Love it. Okay? Now, if you can do small and neat and tidy, I'm okay with that too. But it needs to be very clear, and I need to see what you're doing. Okay? I don't want this slop.
Do we have to write numbers? Or can we just
No, you don't have to put numbers. You can just, yeah. Especially if you're using graph paper, like as long as I can tell. Now, if for some reason you're scaling it, going by like 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever. I don't think you will, but if for some reason you do that, give me at least a couple numbers on there so I know that you've done that. Okay. But for line drawing, we don't really need to do that. So, okay, questions on that? Do we feel pretty good about that? Yes. Okay. Lovely. Okay. So the other thing we need to do is when we are given information, we need to be able to write equations of lines, okay? Huh? I don't. I still haven't got any. Is that what Ariel went to go steal? I have, like, big tape.
Like, this is the only time we give that we can get tape, and it's been like 3 days in a row.
I know.
We've all been like...
Well, why don't you guys just, like, draw your graphs on your paper, and then you can cut and tape them in later. I'll go get some tape when we're done.
What are y'all using?
They are cutting out pieces of graph paper and taping them in their notes.
I did it one day because I realized.
Okay, anyway. All right, so to write equations of lines, we're going to use something called point slope form.
I'll try not to explode a pen on the floor.
That's okay. It's still there, I think. I forgot to ask Joey about it yesterday. But he was in a good mood, and he helped me hang up my periodic table, so I wasn't about to, like, crush his dreams with my ink floor. So sometimes we are given information, such as a slope and a point, and we want to be able to write the equation of a line.
Say that again?
So sometimes you'll get questions that say, write the equation of a line in y in slope-intercept form, given a slope of 2/3 and just a random point, right? That's not an intercept, okay? But we have point slope form, which is kind of something we can just like plug into that will allow us to write the equation of a line. So point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, and so in this information we're given, we know what m is, it's 2/3. Okay, but our point is our x1 and y1. So we're plugging those three numbers in. The regular y and the regular x just stay as they are, because remember our equations have y and x in them. Okay, so it makes sense to have variables left. Okay, so let's plug some stuff in and see what we get. All right, so we have y, and then what's my y1? 5. And my slope?
2/3.
And my x1?
3.
Okay. So, to get y by itself now, what do I do first?
Do you add the 5 to the other side?
Not quite. We will, but not first.
Multiply.
We need to distribute first, yes. So you have 2/3 x minus 2.
What? 3 times 2/3 is 2. Cool.
Yep.
What would happen if I did that in calculus?
You would get 2.
It would? Sweet, because I don't.
Well, yeah, that's...
Calculators are cool.
All right, and then now we're going to do what, Joanna?
Add 5.
Add the 5. There it is. Ta-da! Now we have an equation in slope-intercept form.
That's crazy.
It is.
Do they want us to continue, or is that the answer?
That's as far as you can go, unless it asks you to then graph it, but... Okay,
What's their commas after the X? Oh, that's 1. Never mind.
that is a 1, yes.
It is. I thought you just kind of put that there for funsies.
No, it's there for a reason. Okay. Are we ready to do another one?
Sure.
No? Oh, you actually are still writing, okay. I thought that was a sassy no, and I was like, okay, sir.
I like my points.
Have you had any other pen explosions, Joanna, or just the one?
No, but I have a really pretty blue pen that makes me happy.
Oh, well, that's good.
Hopefully this one doesn't explode.
Jesse, just let me know when you're good. So sometimes they are not nice and they don't give us the slope to start with.
How rude.
But that's okay. All right, because we know how to find the slope between 2 points, don't we?
Yes.
Yes?
Slope is m
Oh.
equals. M
Which
equals. Let me find
set of
it.
numbers
Okay.
would we use this for? Or it's both.
It is both. You are correct.
Where's my other answer?
It's the...
M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
I just
Yes.
That's so funny.
Wait, did you write something down?
I did. It didn't match and it was bothering me.
So for point slope form, we need to have the slope, or not the slope.
You need to have a point and a slope.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have a slope, so we're finding a slope. Okay. So y, and again, it doesn't matter which ones you use. I just do x1, y1, x2, y2. And again, you don't have to write that under there, but if it helps you, do it. Okay. Do whatever works for you. So then we do 2 minus 3 over negative 2 minus 4. So this is, right now we're finding the slope, and then we're going to use point slope form, yes. But we were just given 2 points. We weren't given a slope. So, but since we know how to find the slope, we'll use that first. Yes, ma'am.
How does it not matter, like, what order you put it in? Like, does it matter?
So, like, I could technically also do, like, 3 minus 2 over 4 minus negative 2. And I would also get 1/6.
That's what I was, that's easier.
Okay, then make your ones and twos different. As long as you have your y's together, like, as long as you start with the same one each time, top and bottom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you're good.
Cool.
So now we can do this.
So now we can do point slope form. So you have your slope, and then you can pick whichever one of those 2 points your heart desires.
That's cool.
So would we like 3 and 4 or negative 2 and 2?
3 and 4.
Oh,
Three.
sorry.
That's fine.
You are overruled, Ariel. Ooh, that's a really ugly parenthesis.
I'm gonna have a hard time remembering these steps.
Me too.
It's
Yep.
like a lot.
Find the slope, use point slope form.
Oh, when we take a test on this, can we take like the formulas?
I'm going to say no. I will give you distance and midpoint. I want you to know this and y equals mx plus b. And I really want you to know those because that stuff comes up so much on the ACT. It's stuff that you really need to remember and know how to do. Which is why. Okay, so y minus 3 equals 1/6 times x minus 4. So I'm going to distribute. So 4 over 6 reduces to 2/3.
Yes.
And then I'm going to add my 3 to my 2/3. My negative 2/3, sorry. 3 is 9 over. So minus 7 over 3.
Would it be minus or plus?
Plus. You're right.
Cool.
That's the answer?
That is the answer. Fractions are friends.
I'm not writing that in my notes.
Yes, you are.
I'll write fractions or foes.
No. Joanna, I'm going to steal your notebook and I'm going to write fractions are friends in like Sharpie on every page.
If you just make it into a sticker, she'll stick it on something. She's a sticker fan.
I should just make fractions are friends stickers. That's what I should do. I should just do that and put them on everybody's paper all the time.
I can't. So sad.
I'm going to gift you a pack of
At
fractions
least
are
it's
friends
not
stickers
like
for
when you
Christmas.
do something and it's a decimal, it's like never ending.
Exactly. And then people don't round it. Yeah, fractions are nice and neat and exact, and we love them. Would you rather round decimals?
No, I'd rather decimals.
No. Okay. What else?
What are the names of all the forms? I know y equals
Okay, so let's. Yes. So we know that slope intercept.
Are we not graphing that?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
Well, then graph it. You can. I'm not stopping you. Yeah, this is just kind of the formulas.
So slope-intercept form, they will give us like an equation, and we just need to turn that equation.
Right. We like to put stuff in slope-intercept form. And then you can use slope-intercept form to very quickly graph an equation. Right? Knowing that b is the y-intercept and m is the slope. That's really the point of slope-intercept form. Point-slope form is when we have information without an intercept and we want to write an equation in slope-intercept form. Right? It's the stepping stones to get us back to slope-intercept form.
Okay. So pretty much all of these are just getting us to that.
Yes. And then just finding the slope between 2 points. That's what we just did a minute ago.
Oh. The point-slope form?
Kind of. It's the y2 minus y1.
I wrote that down.
So 4 points left on this knowledge paper.
Why? It's fun. Okay. Odd or even?
Even.
Okay. Sorry, Jesse, you have been outnumbered. So let's start on. Wait, what?
Because there were 2 odds and 2 evens, and Claire didn't say anything.
Even. Yes.
Lucky Claire.
Ariana, what do you want? Super stuff.
This is all the notes?
Yeah.
I had pretty colors today.
Girl, I had really pretty colors as well. I'm
Like,
so
look at
glad.
this.
I'm so glad they're really good.
All right. So on page 167, we are going to do 2 through 22 even. Okay. So your first 6 require graphs. Your last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 do not. Okay.
Don't take that off. I'm going to write this little thing. So
No, you're fine. I'm going to leave it there.
Bro, math is insane.
What?